Hi everyone, in the previous video we discussed in brief about the function malloc. So just for more clarification in this topic, today we'll solve a problem using the concept of malloc. So here's the problem, which is all about arranging the elements in opposite order. Suppose I have entered the following elements as an input. Now our final output should be in this order, so all the elements needs to be arranged in opposite order. This is quite a simple problem. So we'll solve this by using malloc. So let's get started. So at first I'll link a header file here since we have discussed that all the memory management functions lie under a single standard library header file. So I'll just write it here stdlib.h, and after this inside main function I'll declare a pointer called ptr. So this pointer will be of integer type. So this pointer will now point to the block of memory to be allocated, and after this I'll declare a variable called size. So this variable size will hold the size of memory to be allocated, and now I'll declare a variable called I for looping. After this I'll write a printf statement inside which I'll write a single message. Enter size of memory to be allocated, semicolon at the last, and now I'll write a scanf function for this %d, and I'll give the address of the variable size, semicolon at the last. Now we are at the main part of this problem. Since we have declared the pointer ptr of integer type and we know that the function malloc returns a pointer of void type, so we'll just typecast that pointer to integer type, and inside the function malloc I'll write size into size of operator, inside which I'll pass the data type int and semicolon at the last. So after execution of this particular statement, a certain block of memory of certain value will be allocated. So whatever the value that will provide to the variable size into 4 bytes will be allocated inside memory. And after this, suppose if there is no space available in the memory and the pointer ptr points to the value null, then we'll simply print a error message. So I'll just write if statement for that, inside which I'll write a printf statement, error, no space available, or memory not available, semicolon at the last, and I'll write an exit statement. So this statement will simply terminate our program if there is no space available in the memory. And after this it's time to take input from the user, so I'll write some block of code for that. So I'll be using for loop. Inside for loop, the value of I will start from 0 and it will go up to the value of variable size, and after each iteration the value of I will increase. Inside this I'll write a printf statement just to ask user to enter the elements. So I'll write a message here, enter element %d, just to make it clear that which element you are entering. So I'll just print the value of I here inside the same message, and the value of I here has started from 0, so just to make it increase from 1, so I'll just add 1 at last and semicolon at the last. And now I'll write a scanf for this %d and ptr plus I. So this block of code will simply take the input from the user, and after this we are now at the last part of this program and the most important part. So again I'll use a for loop here, inside which the value of I now will start from size minus 1, since we are going to print the values in opposite order, so it should start from this. And when the value of I will be equal to 0, then we'll simply terminate it, and after each iteration the value of I will decrease, and inside the for loop will now print all those elements in opposite order. So I'll just write printf statement for that, %d. Just to add a bit spaces between the elements, I'll leave the space there, and so we'll use the dereferencing operator here to access the element pointed by the pointer, ptr plus I. So this block of code will simply print all our elements in opposite order, and since we have discussed before that once we allocate the memory using memory management functions, we need to make it free. So I'll just write the free function here, inside which I'll pass the pointer ptr. So this will simply make the memory available for other variables. Now let me format this code here, and if I'll run this code here now, then you can see the output as enter size of memory to be allocated. So if I'll enter 5 here, then you'll see another message, enter element 1. Now I'll enter all those 5 elements here. So now you can see all the elements arranged in opposite order. So we finally solved the problem using malloc. This is it for today. In the next video, we'll discuss in detail about the function calloc. Till then, keep watching. Thank you.